Todd Shapiro Show.
James Duthie, how are you, friend?
I'm good. I missed you at Road Hockey to Conquer Cancer. This is the first year in about 10 I haven't been there, so I was bummed, but I just had other things.
Yeah, whereabouts? That's funny because it took a year to get you on the show because that's where I saw you last. But whereabouts were you?
Oh, I just had kid stuff, daughter soccer tournaments and those kind of things, family commitments. You know what it is like to be a aging father.
Yeah, it's not easy. You know, it's not to sit here and complain like, you know, life could be worse and everything. But man,
hey, I want to know something. That hangover cure sponsor of yours. What's the deal? You take a pill or something?
Yeah, it's like a dietary pill too. You'll love it.
Does it work?
Overdash easy. It like legitimately, and I know they're a sponsor. It's easy for me to say that it legitimately works. It's an overdasheasy.com. I'll bring you some.
So you take it before you go to bed when you're hammered, and you wake up and you're fine?
Literally, that's exactly what you do. You even take it before you drink. You just pop it, boom, and then next thing you know, wake up and you're like, okay, I can handle my kids screaming at me today.
Yeah, because I've become like, if I was to do that, I'd take it pretty easy now. But when I do, I was watching the Jays yesterday and saying I wouldn't be ready for Tuesday night if I drank like that on Sunday at 6. It would take me till Thursday to be ready to play baseball again. Now they're younger men, but I'm just saying.
Well, I'll start off with something kind of serious, actually, because a lot of people last year were mad at the Jays for celebrating too soon, too early, without really, granted, it's an amazing time. You win the AL East, you keep going on and stuff, but you haven't accomplished the major feat, which is winning the World Series and then going nuts. And then I saw this with coming up with a one and done scenario, and they're drinking and they're celebrating. Now I know it's a stressful year, so I get why people want to celebrate. But James Duthie, what are your thoughts on this? Does it bother you a bit?
Well, first, baseball's done it forever. I'll say that. So it's not like this is the first time. Baseball's tradition, the pennants used to really mean something. And I grew up an Expos fan. And when you won the pennant, that was, next to, it wasn't like winning a division in hockey or basketball. It was really something. So even if you lost in the playoffs, they had to have a big pennant ceremony the next year. And it really actually meant something. Then the wild card was added, and they just kind of carried it over into the wild card. And I don't know, like you really haven't won anything, but I do get that you can't really compare baseball to any other sport because they play 162 games over 6 months. And so I guess you need a sort of release to say, hey, we accomplished something. We're kind of in the playoffs, even though it's not really the playoffs. It's like the sort of kind of play to get in, repechage event to get into the playoffs. But whatever, it's something. The thing that bothers me more is, okay, so if they win Tuesday, are they going to do it again?
Yeah.
And then they play Thursday? I think that's what usually happens in baseball. And to me, like, okay, if you make the playoffs, celebrate, but then you're not allowed to celebrate again until you get to, say, the World Series. You can't celebrate you can't have 8 champagne parties.
That's a lot of celebrating. It's a little too much celebrating. And the bigger controversy at that point goes, well, what a waste of booze, because they're not even drinking. They're just throwing it around. That's not fair.
I know. Well, with the Ryder Cup. They just take bottles and then spray it over screaming, crazy, drunken fans who don't need it anyway. No, it's true. And I just think, we're from hockey guys like yourself and I, you really don't see those kind of celebrations when you win, when you clinch a playoff spot. You might see a little bit of a celebration, but they're not doing that because it's all about, winning the Stanley Cup and moving onwards. So I don't know. Maybe baseball has it right. Maybe with hockey, the problem is there's only one celebration and everybody else doesn't get to enjoy what they've accomplished. So I guess to me, I'm okay with it, but I do understand the people that were a little bit icky about it yesterday because again, you're 48 hours away from playing this important game and you're celebrating like you got a week off.
Yeah, and maybe it's about team camaraderie, and that's sort of the inspirational message there. And I heard they were using over-easy.com, so.
Cody Batts has got to get endorsement there now.
Right?
Yeah. You know what? Like I said, it's the Jays have also had like a difficult year, I would say. Last year seemed so easy when they went on that run. And this year was just everything came hard. So I do understand them wanting to let go a little bit after that.
The Todd Shapiro Show. Turn up your speakers, especially if you're over 65. SiriusXM 168, Canada Laughs.